Hey everybody, the Collagen Witch here, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a magical Poppet doll. Mind you, I just went and actually pretty much finished this entire video until I got a phone call and lost the video. Okay, making sure nobody's here. Alright, so I'm going to tell you guys what exactly a Magic Poppet doll is, or a corn dolly, or I don't know, hoodoo doll, whatever many people call these. But traditionally, if you're really lost, in Hollywood, voodoo dolls. But I don't even consider the term voodoo real. Like, that word doesn't exist in my head and in my practice. So, no offense to the voodoo, because that is completely different. Voodoo is, I feel like, for Hollywood. So, just to put that out there. Now, a Poppet was originally, I believe, traditionally made for the intention of healing someone else, through sympathetic magic. Now, for more details on all of that, they're not going to be here. I'm not going into all of that. You're going to have to look that up somewhere else. But I know there's many videos on that. So, this video specifically is just to show you how to bring one to life. Now, I'm going to use the name Alex because I don't know an Alex, and during this spell and like the words that are used and whatnot, and just me saying, instead of linking it to that person, instead of saying that person, I'm going to say Alex. So, this, again, is Alex. Now, this has nothing to do with what I'm doing today. This is just separate things. This is my fire water, which if you want to know how to make that and what it is, look up The Lady Grave Dancer. She has a video on what that is. And if you want to know how to make a separation powder, let me know, and I can make a video on that. But, anyway. So, this spell specifically is not mine, though it may be a tad bit different, and that's just because her way with the doll is different than what I'm doing. She made her doll. Mine is bought from the Botanica. So, with that being said, I'm gonna just jump right into the spell. So, well, actually, I do want to say that if you don't know what a Poppet is used for, it's pretty much used for any type of situation where you're putting magic on someone else. Whether it be from a blessing to a healing, all the way to cursings, banishing, and bindings. So, whatever happens to the doll will happen to the person you link it to. Alright, so now there's many ways on how to do that. This is just one way, and I like this way because it's very straightforward and to the point. And it's not that complex, and I don't think in a situation like this you really need it to be that complex. At least because of the setup this has anyway. So what you're going to need is the elements. Now my altar already has all of them. We got water over here, earth over here, but it's grinded over here because I got rock salt. So I grinded that up a little bit so I can sprinkle it. We have fire over here, and I am using Florida water to light my fire. Which I love Florida water. Okay. And then you're going to need air, which, if you're doing the spell outside, you can use the wind. If not, you can use incense. Or any type of smoke. Or even if you get a feather and to do that, you can literally just do this, you know what I'm saying? It's causing wind, you know? Alright. Oh, and you're also going to need spirit, which, how do you do that, right? It's not like you can have spirit here. Now you're going to be using yourself and your breath to bring this doll to life and give the doll your own breath, to allow its spirit to awaken. Alright, so now this spell is owned by Silver Ravenwolf, and before everybody's like, I hate her, I love her, I'm not going to share my opinion on her. All I will say, though, is that this is the only book I have of her, and I feel like in the right mindset, if you don't like what this book is, if you don't like her, for those, anyway, who do, or who don't like her, I feel like this book, with the right mindset, you can utilize it, and it can become very helpful and useful. Like, this book I love and I adore, and it's my favorite, or it's not my favorite book, but it's one of my favorites. And it's the only favorite by Silver Ravenwolf, so that means she did something right, I guess. Sorry for those who love her. It's just a personal feeling. But anyway, so like I said, hers is a little bit different because she incorporates herbs and I'm not. But and the words that she uses, I love for some reason. The last three phrases, or you know, the last three chants that she says, is something I probably would have came up with on my own. You know, different, but the general same statements. Except the first one. Now, the first one, the way she wrote it, I would hate it in anything else. But for some reason, in this, I love it. So I stick with it. You can say nothing. You can say your own stuff. It's all about visualization and intention. So what you're also going to need is a tag lock. Now, that is something that's personal. That has a personal energy to the person you're making a doll of. So, say for Alex, right? Alex's hair, Alex's spit, Alex's blood, Alex's anything. That pretty much has her DNA. Now, if you don't have that, a photograph or piece of paper with her name and birthday would be great. But the piece of paper part, visualize with that. So, like, visualize Alex or whoever you're doing, right? And put that energy in that paper and just, with your tag lock, bind it to the doll. Once you do that, you're going to hold the doll in between your hands. You're going to visualize, you know, the person you're going for. So, for me, Alex. I love how my ring just went like that. Alex. You're going to say, out of the darkness came the birth of creation. Just as I will create, you will state your purpose on this night or day. Now for me, my actual purpose with this spell, like, you can take that anywhere and any way how you want it. You can say your entire intention, what you're doing with the doll, or you can just be plain and simple and say your intention is to make a magical poppet linked to Alex, right? Alright. Now once you do that, you're going to get your elements, and you're going to go each by each. You're going to sprinkle, right, the earth on the doll. You're going to say, by earth, I link you to Alex. Now you're going to want to visualize that. You're going to want to visualize earth magically linking the doll to the person you're going for. Now you're going to get some water, sprinkle it on the doll. With water, I link you to Alex. Now, with fire, you know, just pass it through. Don't set your doll on fire unless you want to, but save that for later. You're just creating your doll now, right? So pass it through the fire and say, by fire, I link you to Alex. You know, visualize that. Pass it through the incense, or let it stand in the wind, or do this, however you want to do it, and say, by wind, I connect you to Alex. I link you to Alex, however you want to say it. And then, after, you know, your visualization and everything, you're going to hold the doll in your hands again, right? And you're going to say, the bond is forged, the doll and Alex are one. The link cannot be broken until I choose so, or in Spirit's eyes, the work is complete. Say that. Visualize, you know, the doll becoming more and more of Alex. Then you're going to breathe on the doll 3 or how many times you want. You're going to breathe on the doll, and that's giving the breath of life to the doll. And you will say, the breath of life around you, the breath of life within you, so mote it be. Once you've done that, the doll and Alex, or, you know, whoever, is finally linked, and the forge is, and the bond is there. Now, once you've done that, you can continue your magic on the doll. Like I said, whatever happens to the doll happens to the person. So if you're doing any type of blessings or healings, make sure nothing bad happens to the doll. If you're doing something bad, make sure nothing good happens to the doll. You get it. So that's pretty much it. When your spell is done and you are sorry, I was making sure nobody was here again. Once you're done with the doll though, you're gonna wanna unlink the doll to the person. And by doing that, if you made your doll, unbind it, or unbind it, but like unmake it, I guess. Dismember it, basically, and throw it in a fire and thank the ingredients and thank the spirits and whatnot and the energy that's there for its services. Oh my god, that fire is very loud. For like no reason. Or if you have something like this and you didn't make it, you can't dismember it, just you can bury it, you know, or throw it in the fire on its own. And well, actually you probably don't want to do that because that's still, yeah. But you can cleanse the doll. And a great way to do that is actually if you run a bath, or if you're taking a shower, which I probably wouldn't take a shower with the doll if it's still connected because that's just weird. But run a bath, or like, you know, get a bowl, have some water. You can use Florida water, you can use some herbs like sage and rosemary or lavender, get some oils, and kind of make like a cleansing water and wash the doll. And when you're doing that, you know, make sure you like your intention is out there. You're visualizing the link between Alex and the doll fading away. And when you're done with the cleansing, and like, you know, it's 100% unlinked, you're going to want to bury or burn the doll at that point and give thanks to the energy and for its time being and what it has done for you. So yeah, don't just bury or throw it away before you unlink it. The dismembering part is when you want to visualize the unlinking. Alright, so I think I pretty much covered everything when it comes to making this doll. So I didn't actually, obviously, do that. I don't have what I need just yet. I'm waiting for tonight, and I don't want to do it on camera. But that's pretty much on how to make a living and breathing magical Poppet and how to successfully link the Poppet doll to your target, or to, you know, to the person you're putting magic on. I don't want to say target because that sounds mean. But alright, well, I hope this video was useful. You guys have a blessed night or day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.